In this video, we will try to replace and paint the oil filler and breather cap assembly on the Ford 9N tractor project. This is a view of the engine when the tractor was first purchased. We can see the buildup of oil at the base of the breather. When removing the breather, we can see how dirty it is from the bottom. We can also see that there is no filter material inside the breather. Here is a closer look at the original oil filler and breather cap assembly. The breather assembly could be disassembled from the bottom. I don't know what, if any, filter media this assembly had inside it. My guess is that it would be similar to the steel-based filter material in the stock engine air filter housing for this tractor. Although I wiped some of the debris away, the assembly was still very dirty. This piece would likely need to be media blasted or dipped into a solvent to clean thoroughly. I chose to replace the breather with a new assembly. The breather is painted red, so I will paint it green to match the tractor. The new breather can be disassembled so that just the top piece can be painted. The additional part seen in this view is the top link or upper lift arm for the 3-point hitch. Although it's no excuse for my painting skills in the work environment, I chose to spray directly onto these parts. That being said, the proper procedure would include sanding, then cleaning the surface and spraying a primer coat down before the finish coat. As a side note, here is some information about the assembly. As an oil filler cap, it covers the tube to fill the engine with oil. As a breather, it allows ventilation of the gases and pressure from the engine crankcase. These gases in the crankcase may be caused by heat, oil, and the moving parts around the crankshaft. The gases and pressure are more often the byproduct of the combustion process in the cylinders that have escaped past the piston rings. Those escaped combustion gases are called blow-by. Once the piece was dry, I reassembled it in preparation to install it. The filter material looks like it is polyester or some kind of plastic-based media. The filter media is easily removed or replaced. The removal of the material will also allow access to clean the parts in the assembly. As seen, there's only one large opening on the new painted piece to allow for ventilation. There is a tiny hole at the bottom of the new assembly. This tiny hole may allow some ventilation, but is likely there for drainage. In the center that will be connected to the oil fill tube, you can see there will be a small cut. Along with the small cut, the metal is folded down rather than being completely open. Here's a comparison of the new and old oil filter breather assemblies. The old assembly has multiple holes on the bottom for ventilation. Now in the center of the old assembly that will be connected to the oil fill tube, there is a large opening. In this view, these next steps should have been done at the beginning of the process. The oil fill tube was then removed to wipe down some of the excess oil. Again, fitting the new assembly should have happened before the painting, because as seen, the part was loose. The diameter for the connection of the assembly did not match the tube. Luckily, the assembly can be disassembled. I used a ball-peen hammer to increase the diameter. Although not seen, I kept going back and forth to the tube to find the right fit. I made the diameter a little bit larger than the internal diameter of the tube. This is so that once installed, the assembly would be held in place by friction as well as gravity. Once this process was complete, the part was again reassembled. Also in this view, you can see some of the parts such as the water pump have been installed. This likely occurred because work on the project continued while the paint was drying. Although the installation of those parts was skipped over, they will be covered in future videos. Once reinstalled, the new oil filler and breather cap assembly fit properly. Thank you for watching.